Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to wait the full 4 minutes before I start this stream. Keen to get started. Let's not wait. Let's keep going. How you guys all doing? So the Auto Block Assassin back on Tuesday. Look at charts again today. This is what I do. Updated my trading journal overnight. So look, for the last week, I know these are small numbers, but as I've said before, I am here to try to make a profit so that I can start investing more into my crypto trading account. I'm not going to be putting more money in there until I've shown that I can make a profit. And once I've shown that, well, I'll be throwing as much money as I can in there. This is my story from $100 to $10,000. That's the goal here, $10,000. This week, pretty cool with this system, using supply and demand, using risk management. We have had only 2 wins, 4 losses, 3 break-evens, and with a profit of $11. Now, of those losses, 2 of them were complete and utter screw-ups. And in fact, I'm pretty sure 3 out of 4 of those losses actually broke my rules, which we'll go through. We'll go through in this stream. I love going through my rules. And I think since last night's performance, pretty sure I'm going to stick to one of the rules that I've been questioning over this past week. But we'll go over that. Go over that now. Just let me go on to I'll go over my rules real quick, just so I can get them solidified in my head. I'll show you some of the trades that I made overnight that did actually win. I'll show you some of the ideas that I have moving forward. Well, I don't know what they are yet because I haven't thought of them. So we will review where the market's at today, and I can let you know where I'm thinking the market may head to. So let me show you my screen. And we're going to start tracking wins and losses down here on the screen, just so we can all keep up to where things are at. All right, so let's go over my rules, and then I'll explain why I have them. All right, rule number 1. Let me pull them up so I actually say them the right way. Okay, rule number 1. Shorts at premium prices and longs at discounted prices. So that means when the price is up in the highest part of the chart that it's been in, we don't take longs. That's ridiculously risky. When the price is at the top, we don't take longs. Take shorts. That goes on 15-minute chart. That goes on the 5-minute chart. Well, I don't trade on the 5-minute chart, but that goes on every single time frame of the chart. When the price is at the top of a range, we don't take shorts. That's rule number 1. When I say we, I mean me. Rule number 2. I'm not going to be trading when Bitcoin is at 50% of the range. When it's above 50% of the range, there's opportunity for shorts. When it's below 50% of the range, there's opportunity for longs. But when it's at 50% of the range, I won't be taking trades. That goes for all coins, not just Bitcoin. It goes for all coins. All right. Rule number 2. I need to be able to target the next OB, the next order block, and I need to be able to get a 3 return on that. So a 3 risk to reward. I keep saying return, but it's risk to reward. This is a perfect example of that. This is a Bitcoin short I did, top of its range. It was in the discounted prices zone. Now, I was hoping to reach these discounted prices on Bitcoin. Didn't make it that far up. But I did target here because on this particular trade, I was able to get a risk-reward ratio of 3 at the bottom of its order block, of the previous order block that it came from. Perfect. That meets my rules. Meets the criteria of that, so I put it on. And that was a lovely trade. Rule number 4. Stop loss needs to be 25% of the order block. And the order block, it must be, it's not written here, but the order block must be within the supply or demand zone that I'm targeting. So the order block that I was targeting here was this guy right here. And this is roughly 25% above. at a point where if I'm wrong, it would have the price would have skyrocketed, saying you were really wrong. Rule number 5. I do not trade against the BTC bias, the Bitcoin bias. I do not trade against the Bitcoin bias. And this is something that I've been umming and ahhing for the past couple of days. I'll show you an example. Litecoin was at the top of is still at the top of its range. And in fact, I did have a short on that I actually ended early for the moment. I had a couple of shorts in this range. I was trying really hard, and this is the thing. I don't think I should really be trying. I think if I'm trying, forcing trades. I really don't want to be forcing trades. I had some shorts at this level down here, and we had a massive big candle come up and wick me out of those shorts. Those are the losses that we can see on my sheet. And that candle really pissed me off yesterday. Really pissed me off. Let me know two things. Number one, when I'm taking my trades, I need to make sure I'm doing them at a higher time frame. Messing around in this section here at the lower time frame, at the 1 hour time frame, that was what got me in trouble. That was problem number one. Problem number two was my Bitcoin bias was bullish. Now, I wasn't bullish in general. I just thought where Bitcoin was at the time, it's probably going to come up. I hadn't seen any indication that it was going to come down. So this particular trades, the trades that I had here, yeah, they were against the Bitcoin bias. So shouldn't have put them on. But that was really testing that rule. Testing that rule. I was testing to see if I should be specifically saying don't go against the Bitcoin bias or don't go against the bias of the coin that I'm trading on. Well, now I'm saying both. I don't want to go against the bias of the coin I'm trading on, and I don't want to go against the Bitcoin bias either. Change that rule. Just gonna update it. Or coin. All right. Then finally, what happened there? Rule number 6. Rule number 6 is no big supply or demand directly above or below the trade. And really this is kind of linked to the 3 return on investment rule. In this particular situation here on Bitcoin, there was a big demand zone down here. People were demanding to buy Bitcoin at this price. And you can see here Bitcoin came down and struggled to get past that. The rule is to avoid situations like that, particularly and only really where this doesn't give you a 3 risk to reward. So for example, if my trade needed to get down to here or down to here to give me that 3, well then I don't think it's a very valid trade. But those are the rules that I follow. Those are the rules that I'm going to continue to follow, and I'm probably going to mess up. This stream is me learning how to not mess up my rules, learning which rules are the most appropriate, and creating a system that generates profit. At this point, I'm not so much interested in the amount of profit. At this point, I'm just interested in getting my win rates higher and getting my profit levels up. Not in terms of money, but just in terms of actually seeing more returns than losses. Because once I start seeing my win rate getting to 50% and my profits increasing, well, making more money is easy. You just put more money into your crypto accounts, trade with more money. That's the easy part. Having the system where you can continue to do that, well, that's the bit I got to work on. That's what we're. So we've had 2 wins, 4 losses, 3 break evens, and we've made a profit. Now imagine the profit I would have if I didn't have those couple of screw ups. So if the mistakes can decrease, I'll be happy. So where are we heading? Where are we heading today? Well, the DXY has come up as I thought it would. And I do think the DXY, it could come up to this point here before, it could retrace up to this point, or even this point here. 50% of that, it could retrace before the DXY comes back down again. It could. And in fact, we've seen Bitcoin have that retracement from the DXY moving up. But at the same time, there's a lot of downward pressure on this DXY. And the reason why I've taken my trades off the market for now is because I'm just not sure. I'm not really confident that the DXY is going to come up here. I do think maybe Bitcoin could go higher. Now, Bitcoin's not in a place where I'm looking for a long by any means. But if I can find a coin that I like that is in a prime position for a long, I might take it. Because my bias on Bitcoin is I think we're going up. The reason why I think we're going up is because this particular supply zone here has been tapped into once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And each time it's been tapped into, we've gone higher into it. I think if the price tests this supply zone again, I think we're going to go higher. I think we're going to come up to here, the 18,000 mark. Would I take a long? Absolutely not. Why would I take a long? Well, for one, it's now trading at 50% of its range. Been in this particular spot long enough that this is 50%. And I don't trade at 50%. Remember? That was rule number 2. Rule number 2, we do not trade at 50%. Now, it would have been great to get these longs down here for sure. I did miss them this week. I missed these longs in this last 10 days. And that would have been great. That would have really increased my win rate. And now that I'm streaming most days and I'm actually taking the time to look over these, I don't think I'm going to miss these trades in the future. Now, I think Bitcoin's going to come up. To get to where I think it's going to go, it's going to have to break through this supply zone here and this supply zone right here. These are 2 different but very big supply zones, and this particular one tapped into this supply zone before. So this big supply zone right here, where I have a short idea on, has been tapped into before. So when the price does come up, there is a chance, ever so slightly, that we might not see a big reaction. But I'm expecting to see a reaction at least down to this level. I'm hoping. So this trade idea that I have will take us to the bottom of this level here and give me a 4 return risk reward ratio, which is pretty good. 3 is the minimum. I think that's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid idea. If the price breaks from there, I could probably even give it a little bit more room up here. See if I can do that. Just to reduce my risk slightly. That's a 2.8. Bring that down. Just sitting on 3. Yeah. I think that's pretty fair. That's the idea there. Okay, that's my plan for Bitcoin. If we see higher prices, fantastic. I would love to see prices come up here. I would love for the range to reach this new high up here and take a short from there. Because if we reach the price up here, it will come down and retrace some lower prices. It will. For ETH, this has been interesting to watch. I'm actually really happy that I've got to witness this. I was wondering what was going to happen, and now we know. So for ETH, we had a high of the structure come in, and the price has come in a few times, tapping into that. It's been tapping in a few times again, and I was wondering what was going to happen, because when ETH first came into the high of its structure, Bitcoin was not at its high, it was around here. And I thought that was really bizarre. Usually, they're sort of intertwined, hand in hand. Bitcoin price goes up, ETH price goes up. This time, ETH price sort of came up and stayed around this area while Bitcoin sort of came up to match it, and that was pretty cool. ETH is at the top of its range. I did take a short, it was successful. Happy with that short. I did get a 2. My idea was to bring it to 3. Where was it? My original trade was for here, but I took it out at 2. Took a 2 there because I didn't see it coming back up. So I took that 2. Sorry, I didn't see it going down any further. So I took that 2. Not the best, but not the worst. Now for Litecoin, I lost the short that I had. Got wicked out by this massive wick here. I was shorting at these levels here, and in hindsight, I really kind of screwed up there. Because what I should have seen is, even though this was the top of its structure here, we had been trading since November 22nd until the 5th, and really in that week, the middle zone is right here, and I shouldn't have been trading at that middle zone. That breaks my rules. It's just an interpretation of my rules. So I did take a short up here. There was a nice, and it wasn't this price structure that I shorted. I actually went back and reviewed my work and realized, damn, I made a very big mistake. In fact, I was targeting the wrong supply zone. This was a supply zone that I should have been targeting. And when I actually fixed up my trade, and I popped on this trade here at that zone, price did come in, take my order, and we came down to here. Now I've actually taken this order off the market at a slight profit because I am not quite sure where the market's heading. I think Bitcoin may increase in price. I am hoping to see a retracement so I can pick up a long, because I do think we are slightly bullish on Bitcoin, at least to the 18,000 level, possibly the 20,000 level up here. Once we've reached up there, well, I think it's all downhill from there, unfortunately. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So what I want to do now is I want to see if we do have any coins at the bottom of their charts that we could long from here, perhaps. I am bullish at this point on Bitcoin. I do think Bitcoin can break up through here and out through there. ETH is looking the same. We've tapped into this supply zone up here a number of times. I think it's going to break through, so I am bullish on ETH. So let's take a look through some of these coins, and let's just see if there's any that are in a good point to pick up. Near is in a great point for a short. Again, this one has broken through this supply zone already. Not a good place for a short. And if I had taken that short idea there, it would have definitely... Oh, that's the annoying thing. That's why, boys and girls, our stops need to be higher than what I had them there, 20%. If you're not going to get the return to risk that you're after, you can put your entry point up. That would have been a good trade if I had have made that one, but it would have been a very bad trade if I didn't. But anyway, I do think I'm looking at different coins now because I'm looking for a different bias. GMT nearing the top of its range. Would I accidentally implement them? No, I wouldn't. We'll get rid of them for now. Near. That would have been a great long if I had got that one. Short here. Well, it would have been a good idea up until there. Hopefully, if someone took that, they would have taken profit. I think I think GMT is going to come up a little bit further. Since we've hit this once, twice, 3 times, I think we will break through. I think we're in a bigger, we'll break through to this bigger zone up here. And depending on where Bitcoin is, probably up here is somewhere I'd be interested in taking a short. Be a bit greedy with my entry price. Be very liberal with my short, my stop loss. Bottom of that structure gives me a 2.7. Yeah, look, we can get a 3.69 there, I think, quite easily. Not interested in that just yet, though. What I'm looking for is a long idea. Ooh, look at this, Unify. The very top of its structure here. I was just teetering, just waiting for Bitcoin to jump. FMT. Looking pretty good though. Looking good. Looking like we might actually climb and test up here for FMT. There's the time for stop. Sorry, the time for shorts is definitely coming. And of course, we are watching Bitcoin. Bitcoin should be first on my list. We're up to Link. Nothing much I really want to do with Link at the moment. Really at that 50% zone. Gala. I wanted that trade for Gala. I did not get tapped in, unfortunately. That's the point. That's the thing. Getting greedy sometimes means you don't tap in. Yeah, could have taken that 3 since we had evens come down. I could have taken stop on the evens, but I thought because they were evens, there was a risk that the stops would get taken down here, and there definitely was. So I stand by that. All right, BNB, middle of its structure, not tradable. OP's building its momentum though. Nice to see. Saw that stop get taken out. What are we going to see next? Oh, AVAX. That happened quick. Back to its midline. Would have been a pretty good short up there, but there was not really any structure to shoot off. KNC. I'm waiting for KNC to come up a little bit before I can short. Solana. Not a great structure there to trade off it, in my view, for Solana. Alright, Chili's is at an interesting point here. Okay, since August. It's interesting. This is actually looking pretty sexy, to be honest. Alright, we do have lower price structure back before August. That is for sure. But Chili's came up, and it's held its structure since then. There is definitely a deep demand zone right here, and you can see it's tapped into that. Could Chili's be at a point where it's worth taking along? Potentially, yeah. Like, potentially. Let's take a closer look at this imbalance here. We've definitely got a nice imbalance sitting within this particular demand zone. I do think possibly a long position on Chili's might not be such a bad idea. Let's see what we could get. We could easily pull a 3 just up to the top of this base zone right here. Easily. And you could set that as take profit 1 with take profit 2 being all the way up here for even highs. And that'd be sure. For a 9 risk to reward ratio. That sounds great. Okay. That idea. I know I looked at Chili's before, and I know I was saying that this is medium discount prices. Like not premium prices, but not discounted prices either, because of its structure down here in August. But could you say from August through October through now, you could say this is discounted from where it was? Alright, going up my list. Come back to you. Matic. Not much to report on Matic. We are still in what you could consider to be somewhat discounted prices. Similar to OP. Sorry, similar to Chili's. That purple. EOS. It's on the opposite end of the scale to what I'm looking for. XRP. same. Not really in the tradable zone that I'm looking for. Ada. Same for you. Adam. Same for you. And top of its structure. A funny looking structure though. Not really the top though, it's still at 50%. This would be where I would consider the top. Ape. Ape coin. No, I'm not doing any degen coins. Dot. Right in the middle. Theta. Right in the middle. Let me take a look through Bybit. Have a look at, where was it? 24-hour trading 24-hour trading volume. Let's just take a look and see if there's any coins I've missed out here. Dodge. I don't really want to trade Dodge. Litecoin, we are looking at, did we look at XRP? No, we probably looked at it. Let's just double check. Close to the top of its range. Once I know Bitcoin is definitely turned around, I'll be looking for some shorts on these coins that are at the top of the range. Sure. It'd be nice to be able to get XRP from this point here. That would be lovely. Even if you even look at that one, that tapped into this breaker block right here. So that might be a valid area for a short for XRP in the future. What else we got? BNB, we've looked at BNB. Axie Infinity, interesting. I know it's, you know, not the greatest coin. WeMix, I'll take a look at that one too. But I mean, people are using it. AXX. Let's add it to the list. My thing called Bybit. Okay, Axie is here. Whoa, that is spiky. Very, very spiky. I kind of love it. Holy crap, that's spiky. Let's really take a look at this. Whoa, what a downward spiral. Okay, price structure since July. It was pretty steady, just going down, and then from October, there's been a pretty solid dip. Looks pretty bearish to me. These big buy-ins here. These massive buy-ins. These daily charts look fantastic for a short. Got huge demands. Take a short from there, and it came up to test it from, oh man, let's see. Is this even something I can trade? With these kind of stuff, falling stars, they call them some charting. All right, let's take a closer look at these structures. So we've had a drop, base, rally up, drop, base, drop, base, drop, and then drops. Wow. I can tell you, looking at these charts, there are some people making a ton of money of Axie. A ton of money. There are people losing a ton of money, but there are people making so much money right now. Look at this thing here. Look at this manipulation going on. It's crazy. Would you long at the bottom of this structure? And I've had long this. There's definitely money to be made in the longs when they get taken up to here, that's for sure. Let's have a look at this structure from October through to November the 5th. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here. When you see a coin like this and you know the manipulation that's happening, the fact that this is such a widely volumed coin, and we know people are still playing Axie Infinity. We've had even lows right here. And this is market manipulation T. People coming in for the longs, and the price goes up a little bit. Gets them excited. And the shorts get the longs just get taken out. Disgusting. And then the price goes up. That's strong market manipulation there. That means there's people with incredibly large bags of Axie pulling this kind of crap, creating liquidity, and then buying it back up for a profit. Disgusting. I love it. Oh, okay. How could you trade this without getting stopped out? I don't know if you can. Because it doesn't seem to be following any strong structure. This long wick up here, I mean, you could have had a short waiting up here. You could. You're patient. But they took all of this out too. And just today, on the 5th, just this big push up. Almost as if longs are the only option, the only safe option. You don't want to short because you'll get wicked out. If you're clever enough to put a short on at this point, you've had this long rally right here. If you were clever enough to put a short on there, yeah, you would have made a fortune. Looks like you want to be trading on the daily with Axie. Yeah, I think that's actually what's going on here. It's the dailies that are getting traded. With some very patient trades going on. Look, yeah. You can see that manipulation going on here now. Right now, at least. So that would have been the breaker block, I think. Forming the... If you look at that, price structure broke up, leaving this breaker, and then price structure breaking down, leaving this particular nice big zone here. Been tapped into once. Look, even if we get another stop hunt, might be worth putting a short position here. Nice big stop. And bringing that down to here, that's like a 5 risk to reward ratio. Another zone here. Been targeted already. I'm going to probably not trade on Axie, but I will see if these trades actually happen. If we take our ruler from, say, September through to here, draw our regular line, 50% of the range. That's the only trade I'd be looking at making. Up into this zone here. I'd probably increase this zone to include that high candle there. And I'd probably want to push this into the middle and give myself an increased stop loss here, because it's clear the manipulators of this particular market want to take. Yeah, that's probably what I'd be looking at for Axie. Not that I'm going to trade it, but I'm going to keep it open because that's actually a really interesting. Hey, I got some messages from some of the people watching my streams today, and a few of them have not copied my trades, but made similar trades off similar ideas from what they've learned from this stream, and had 2 or 3 successful trades this week. So that's you. Congratulations. Well done. Let's keep going. All right, we've got WeMix. Have a look at WeMix. Polygon. Pretty sure we already see DeFi money. I don't know what that is. Look, I could trade Shiba. Chainlink, maybe we'll take a look at that. Sandbox, we'll take a look at Sandbox, and we'll take a look at Tron. WeMix. WeMix is WeMix. All right, we'll add you on. I think I used to trade WeMix a while ago. No harm in adding it. Can't trade WeMix. I don't look like Bybit has WeMix. 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 Yeah, okay. Can't do that one. Not going to do that one anyway. We already have Matic. Sure. Looked at that one today. What DeFi money? Iffy. No. Let's see if it's under DeFi. Let's just double check. DFI, okay. From Chainlink. Chainlink. Link. I got Link. Favorite year. Let's take a look. Over here. Haven't already? We do have Link. In the middle of its structure, waiting for it to come up to either side. Right? Sand. Got sand here. Oh. Alright, hold on. Where's sand in the scheme of things? Sand, number 18. It's still within the top 20. And what does this market structure look like? Alright, so since May, it's not looking terribly bad. Price structure is right now at very discounted prices. What we're not seeing is we're not seeing a lot of movement either way. So volume is doesn't look like the volume's really here. There's my 24-hour volume. $219 million. That's not small. What's Tron? $220 million, $202 million. Whereas Axie is, already at $650 million. So the volume isn't really here for sand. It looks like a great position in the market to be trading. A broken structure, and you could. The only place I would be interested in this is from right here. I would definitely be interested in a long from there. It may have already missed the boat. You might not get that if you look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, that's definitely the zone I'd be looking at. Price rallied off here, leaving even a better trade sitting at the 4-hour here. That's a lovely place to be looking for an entry. It's not quite where I want it in terms of volume for this particular coin, but with some patience, perhaps if price does come back down into this area here, that would be a nice long. Breaks that I'm wrong. We can get to this part here. Yep, that's a lovely trade. A lovely trade, I think. Keep sand up there. I don't know if it's really the right volume. We'll keep it up there. Alright, so break this down. Bitcoin, I'm hoping to see it come up at the 50%, so I'm not trading. No shorts, no longs. I'm hoping to see it come up. I'm going to take a long. Litecoin at the top of its range. I've exited my trade. I think it's looking bullish. Am I going to long that? No, they do not take longs at premium prices. But I've exited my shorts. Depending on the price structure that gets created, I'll probably pick up a short right there. For ETH, struggling, I can tell you that. I'd love to see ETH come up. I really would. I'd love to see some more bullish moves. It's been a while. I'm hoping that ETH will retrace and give us some pickups. Same for Bitcoin, looking for those retracements, but not taking those trades at the moment. Chili's, yeah, I'm interested in a Chili's long perhaps. Hopefully the price will come back down. Or the price is discounted. Fairly discounted. If I see a strong bullish move up, and we haven't yet broken this part right here. Once this part here gets broken, when this part right here gets broken, that's going to leave behind area that I'd be looking for that long. See here, everything is tapping in from somewhere. Where are you tapping in from? Down here. That's where I'm looking for. So yeah, so I'll wait for that one, and I think that's going to be it for me today. If prices start moving and my trades get picked up, you may hear from me again later on tonight. But for the moment, that is it, and I'll see you guys all later.